Today I am making the prettiest and most flowery Mother's Day cake. So let's get started. So we are starting with the cake base first, of course. So we're starting with the dry ingredients. So here is the flour. We are going to add quite a bit of baking powder and salt. I did not bring a utensil, so I'm just gonna mix it together like this. And then we're gonna set this aside and onto the wet ingredients. And both my glass bowls are dirty. You guys, my kitchen right now, it is like a tornado. It looks like a tornado hit it. So we're using the ugly bowl. Butter, and, oh my God, and, oh my God. Like, like glued. It's not going in the, oh, there we go, okay. And then back with the electric mixer, and I'm gonna beat it until it is light and fluffy. Then directly into that, we are adding the sugar. So now we're adding 2 eggs. And then before whisking them together, I'm gonna add some vanilla extract. Since this is a Mother's Day cake, if you wanna get really fancy, you can use like a vanilla bean and just take the seeds out and add just the seeds. Now we are gonna add some rose water because I want this cake to taste like roses. I feel like it's so stereotypical, Mother's Day, so flowers. I don't even like roses personally. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Anyways, we're adding 2 teaspoons of this. I'm gonna show you a couple tricks throughout the rest of the video on how to really give that beautiful, beautiful rose flavor. Have you clicked off yet? Why have you not? And if you look closely, you can see all the little flecks of vanilla bean. I love that part of using vanilla bean paste. So now we're gonna add the dry ingredients in 2 additions. So half of that. And then we are going to add some milk. And you can use coconut milk or maybe almond milk. I haven't tried that, but coconut milk is a good substitution in baking. We are going to mix that in, and then the rest of the flour in we go. And because I want it to be pink, food coloring. Oh my God, it's so bright. Okay, so this is a pretty cool tone pink, and a trick that I discovered the other day is if you add a touch of red to something that's pink and you don't like the kind of pink, it will kind of warm it up. Look at that, see, it's just like slightly warmer. I hope it picked up on camera. So I have greased and floured 2 6-inch round cake pans, and I am going to divide the batter to hold, okay, there, so you can see inside. So that's like the best shot in the world. I'm gonna put these in the oven at So it's the next day, the cakes have cooled, and look at them, they're so pretty and pink. I'm also going to just trim off the tops and the bottom. And look at that, it's gonna be so satisfying. Oh, it's like a crepe. Okay, so now I have my buttercream here, and this is my light and fluffy vanilla buttercream. It is so yummy and soft, and I'll link that recipe here for you. I'm gonna grab some rose water, and I'm gonna add it directly in. Now to assemble our cake, I'm gonna take a little bit of buttercream and stick it onto the cake board as glue. And I'm going to put 1 cake on. Take a little bowl, pour some more of that rose water in, and then I'm just gonna brush it onto that bottom layer of the cake. Now let's add a dollop of buttercream. Now I'm gonna coat the cake in a thin, even layer of buttercream. This offset spatula is wonderful because you can see that you just push the buttercream on, and then you lean the spatula against the cake and you just slide it, and it fills in all the holes and the little bumps perfectly, and it's just completely smooth. How wonderful is that? So I just popped this into the fridge for 15 minutes so it's nice and chilled and set. And now we are going to take more buttercream and just put a nice even coating on top, because this is the spot where we're gonna actually see the buttercream. I ate lunch, which was grilled cheese, as I was waiting for this to chill, and the grease from the cheese dripped down my shirt, and I have never been burned in that spot before, and that is a very odd sensation. And then I had Paddington dive on top of me to try to get the cheese grease. So that's my day so far. Okay, so now we are going to dye the buttercream for the rest of the cake. You're gonna take 2/3 of the remaining buttercream. You are gonna dye this the color that you want your flowers to be. Excuse me, treacle chestnut. I want pink. All right, so there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna take half of the remaining buttercream. We are going to dye yellow because this is going to be the inside of the flowers. And the pink from the spatula kind of warmed it up a touch, but it's actually kind of a cute yellow, so I'm okay with that. And the rest of the buttercream right now, we are going to dye it blue. We're gonna fill the flower piping bag first, and I am using a Russian piping tip. I'll link this one below, and you can kind of just like look at the tip to see which one it is, because I don't know if it has a name. And I am going to stick this into a glass. I'm gonna start with the pink buttercream. I'm gonna spread it along the edges of the piping bag. So you wanna keep the middle clear. So imagine a clear little like pole going down the middle. That's what you want. Okay, so you see, don't tell me what this actually looks like in comments, okay? And to that spot, we are going to dollop the yellow. You can kind of just like shake it down a little bit and then twist it, and we're ready to go. For the lettering, we're gonna go one size larger than the regular like small round piping tip. All right, it is finally time. So we're actually going to start with the message on the top, and we're gonna be starting with a toothpick, not with the frosting. Okay, so you can see there isn't much room for an S. So what I'm gonna do, grab a clean spatula and just smooth it over. And look at that, it's like nothing happened. That is why we are doing it this way. And if you are new to piping, what you do is you just pipe straight lines, little segments, right? So each letter is broken down into little like individual strokes. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So you want to squeeze and pull. And this one is yellow, that's fine. You can either pipe, no, maybe I should do that. Keep piping until you see both colors come out. Pipe and pull, pipe and pull, pipe and pull. And when you pull, still pipe, like still be putting pressure on that piping bag. That is how you will get the petals. It can take some practice, so you can get like a plate and just pipe a couple times so like you get the feel of what your hand needs to be doing. Okay, we have a final step that is going to make all the difference in the world. So I'm gonna get that blue buttercream, put it into a bowl. We're gonna add some yellow. Piping tip fitted with a small leaf piping tip. Nestle, I like that word. Nestle the piping tip in between the flowers. All right, it is time to slice it because I get to keep this cake this year, so, okay. Oh God, no! Sweet, you taste the cake first, and then you get like this nice fragrance of rose. I mean, if you don't like rose, it still tastes like so. Anyways, I love you all so much for watching. Again, if you want the recipe for the buttercream, link is here somewhere, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye!